Bobby calves will help to reduce emissions and reduce our carbon footprint. It may work on paper, but will it work in practice? Hi, it's Fee here, the healthy vegan author and creator of the Gold Card Vegan website. So the other day I read an article and I had to read it through about 3 or 4 times. The article was sending dairy calves to beef farms could slash our carbon footprint. And I tell you what, even after the 3rd or 4th time, I still couldn't understand how it worked. Now, I know I'm no mathematician, nor am I a scientist, but I am usually pretty smart with understanding concepts, and logic. So if anyone can tell me what I'm missing, I'd be eternally grateful. Here in New Zealand, we have a large dairy industry, which you probably already know that. One of the major issues we have is the slaughter of bobby calves, that's the male calf, which of course has no monetary value and are killed within a few days of being born. The article said that having these calves raised as beef, of which a small percentage already are, would mean a dramatic drop in our emissions, and they were sort of quoting numbers like up to nearly 100%. Now, a study done concluded that these bobby calves should go to the beef farms and be raised as beef. If both types of farmers work together, the beef farmer could get the bobby calf and wouldn't have to breed beef calves as they are currently doing. Now, this is kind of like where my logic doesn't see that it would reduce the carbon very much at all, because we will still have the same number of calves being raised. Now, sure, the beef farmer wouldn't have as many breeding cattle, I suppose, and maybe this is what they're basing their calculations on. Okay, so as I'm talking, I think I might be nutting it out. The reduced number of breeding cows is where they're going to save the emissions. So here's where my warped logic kicks back in. Surely they'll have to keep some breeding cattle because they may not get enough bobby calves to compensate the number of beef calves they currently have or need. I mean, put it this way, there may be a year when more female calves are born, which will deplete the supply of the male calves. Then, of course, there's the trend of plant-based dairy, which is on the increase, thankfully. And already there are calls for dairy farmers to reduce their herds and diversify. So won't the beef farmers still have to keep their breeding cows? Now, obviously, the vegan in me wants to see all animal farming gone, which would, that would really solve the problem of emissions from animal agriculture. However, I'm a realist and I understand that this will take time. As for the emissions, New Zealand is in the worst 25% of countries globally. That is deplorable. Even with all the huffing and puffing about environmental cleanup the government has been doing, we're still actually getting worse. So I guess kind of any help for our environment is good. As for the bobby calves, I have a feeling that the status quo will continue, at least for the foreseeable future. It's going to take a massive rethink of the whole animal agriculture here in New Zealand to make any dent at all, like people to go vegan. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you got something from this video, please share it and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe, clicking the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Remember to have great food, make it whole, plant-based, and be compassionate to all animals, including humans. Bye for now.